Meatless Mondays, this nonsensical idea that by not ingesting animal products one day of the week, you're doing something for the victims. Well, you're not. It doesn't work. And the reason why is because, I'm sorry, it's just the concept is so ridiculous. I can't help but laugh, I'm sorry, it's laughable. Or it would be even more laughable if it wasn't for the fact that victims are being terrorized as we speak, just because you want to eat their flesh and their secretions. But here's the thing. Why is this not a good strategy? Well, for starters, Meatless Mondays might be good if you don't take into consideration animal rights. If you see it from a selfish, health-based standpoint, sure, it could, yield good health outcomes to you or for you, but it doesn't to the animals that you're getting killed just to eat them the rest of the week. Because here's the thing, if you're not eating animals one day of the week and then you are the other 6 days, how good, what good does that do? It means nothing. You're still funding these horrible animal agriculture industries. It's all the same. You're not doing anything. You're not reducing anything. What you're doing is you're still paying for all of that, only not one specific day. It doesn't work. Veganism, right? Veganism is about ending this senseless massacre. And this ridiculous and senseless massacre, as I said, is ongoing. It keeps going. It's every second of every day. Even as I'm making this video, there's animals being tortured and killed just for your sandwich on, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or any other day, but not Mondays, of course, because that would be too horrible, apparently. So here's the thing. It might make you feel good that you're thinking that you're reducing something, that you're reducing their pain or their suffering or whatever, but you're not. You're still paying for the same thing. So it doesn't work. But now there's this other idea, which I'm going to call Steak Saturdays. It's kind of like an opposite of the Meatless Mondays, in which just one day of the week, just one time, you eat animal products, and then the other days you don't. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that these Steak Saturdays, right? You only eat one steak. That's the only thing you eat. One steak each week, and you don't eat any more eggs, dairy, any sea animals, or chickens or anything like that. Only one beef steak a week. The problem with this is that you're still sending one sentient, innocent being to their death per week. There's 52 weeks in a year, roughly. That's what I know. I don't know if there's more or less, but 52, that's what I understand. So 52 weeks in a year. So by the end of the year, you will have killed 52 innocent beings needlessly, because they don't need to die. You don't need to do that to them. So what stopped you from just not eating them altogether? The other problem with this is that even if you only eat one steak a week, and let's say that, okay, since you were eating mostly every day and now you're just doing it once a week, you're reducing significantly the number of victims to your name. The problem with this is that just because you're eating fewer animals doesn't mean that you're not still abusing them in other ways, because what if that doesn't stop you from like wearing leather, fur, silk, or down, for example? Are you doing any of that? You have to factor in other types of animal abuse. What's stopping you from going to the racetrack and betting on a horse? What's stopping you from, any other thing, going to a zoo or an animal circus or the aquarium, SeaWorld, whatever? So that's the thing. Being vegan is not just what or who you eat or who you don't eat. It's about all the types of animal oppression and abuse, and how you don't have to take part in any of that. And that's what being a vegan means. So if you're thinking, no, let's that's too extreme, let's be a reducitarian or a flexitarian or this or that, because vegan is too difficult. No, you know what's difficult? Being an innocent, sentient being, right, who can't defend himself or herself from humans, and seeing your friends or family members being dismembered and killed in front of you, and knowing you're next in line. That's horrible. That's difficult. Not eating pizza ever again, that's not even, in fact, that's not even happening anymore, because now, in present day, we have the technology to make vegan pizza, vegan ice cream, vegan burgers, vegan everything. So that's not even an excuse anymore. You're not giving up anything. You're just stopping yourself from taking what's not yours in the first place. So here's the thing. So this Steak Saturday doesn't work because you're still a killer. So here's the thing. The other reason it doesn't work is because, let's say, other people imitate what you're doing, and now there's 9 other people who are doing Steak Saturdays. Oh, great. So that means that now there's 10 people. So there's 10 cows getting killed every week. So by the end of the year, there's 520 cows dead because of you people. So you see, and by the span of 10 years, it's 5,200 cows. I don't know if that's the math. I'm guessing that's the math. I don't know. Because, I'm not good with numbers. But I'm good with, compassion and, decency. Basic moral decency. So I don't want any of that to happen. So I don't participate in it. And it's not difficult at all. It really isn't. When you think of the victim, really it's not difficult at all to go vegan and stay vegan. It's not difficult. It's not even doing anything. You're just, going by your day regularly and just eating, plants and whatever, like something that wasn't, conscious and alive and, and didn't scream when they were getting their throat slit, for your sandwich. So that's just what being a vegan means in the most basic sense. This video is not about what veganism is, but rather what veganism is not. So Meatless Mondays or Steak Saturdays, it doesn't work. And this idea that many say, even some pick-me vegans say this, that no, we need, it's better to have 100 imperfect vegans who eat one steak a week than to have just like 4 or 5 perfect vegans that don't eat anything ever. Like, no, dude, no. Because from the animal's perspective, it's better for them to not get killed than to get killed. You see what I'm saying? So reducing the number of victims doesn't mean anything, because they're still victims. And we're still keeping the same practices and the same industries in place. What we need to do is to completely abolish and to completely destroy the idea that animals are things for us to consume in any way. They're not entertainment, they're not food, they're not experiments, they're not sports, they're not transportation. No. So please stop hurting animals and start turning veganese. Till next time.